Greetings and apocalyptic salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and I say apocalyptic because, man, let me tell you, here in Michigan, we're having a grand old time. We have an air quality advisory in effect until midnight. It started yesterday. It goes until midnight tonight. It's because the wildfires in Canada. The smoke is coming here, and where I'm sitting right now, I can see into downtown in our county tower building downtown, and normally I can see it perfectly fine, but it's hazy. It's not as bad as what it was earlier, but it was hazy. It's been hazy. It's like a fog, but you can tell that it's definitely smoke. And it's earlier today it was so bad that even like sitting and looking at the trees across the street, you could see the haze. And then on top of that, we found out that there's a water treatment facility here in town, and something happened there, and now we've got a boil advisory. So we here in my hometown are in a position now where we there's an air advisory, so the air is bad, and now we can't drink the water. We gotta drink bottled water, which is fine. That's what we do anyway. But man, it's an interesting time to be alive, to be sure, you know. But this is also an interesting day because it is New Comic Book Day. Well, the time that I'm recording this, it's New Comic Book Day. So that would be when you're watching this. If you watch this day one, that'll be yesterday. But I finally got a nice stack of books. A lot of variant covers this week. As much as I try to get away from them damn variants, I keep getting pulled back into them things, and it's annoying as all get out. But we're going to start it off with the book that I won. As I've said before numerous times, my LCS does this thing every week where they raffle off books. And I've been lucky. I've been getting DC. Well, I don't know if it's luck or not, but it's been DC books that I've been getting. I finally won one that is not a DC book, and it's one that I've been curious about. This is from Boom Studios. This is Wild's End, #1. I think this is the standard cover, but I'm going to check this out. I was actually kind of curious about this. I almost picked it up last week. Glad I didn't, because I won a free copy of it, so I'm going to check that out. Moving on with the first of, I think there's three. Yeah, there's 3 sets of variants in my stack today. So first and foremost, I am so happy that this book is finally out. I have no idea what the hell DC is doing. They could put out 58 Batman books and 172 variant covers, and they can even do facsimiles and then variant covers for that facsimiles, but they cannot seem to get Fables out on time. We do at least an entire month without Fables. I think the last time we got a Fables book was back in April. But finally came out, Fables number 159 of 162. I, of course, snagged the regular cover because it's Fables, and I grabbed the variant cover because, again, it is Fables, and this is a really awesome Bigby Wolf variant cover. I love that cover. Next one is second issue of Elvira in Monsterland. This was the cover I picked up. The one that I really wanted was not available at my LCS. I think it's sold out, but it's fine because this is actually the one that I put on my pull list. This is, it was the one that I picked originally, so I'm going to stick with this one. But I got this, and of course the photo covers, because I am grabbing photo covers for all the Elvira books from here on in. I'm going to try to go back and grab photo variant covers for the previous ones as well. Then we have Ghost Rider number 15, which I hope picks up, because I know people are raving about this. I don't know if it's just me or if people's standards and expectations of Marvel Comics have really lowered to the point where they're okay with anything. But, as much raving and praise as this series seems to be getting, I don't think it's going anywhere. And I'm trying to stick with it as much as I can. We're, 15 issues in? I'm trying to stick with it, but it's getting to the point where, it's a $4 book. I could probably spend that money someplace else. Actually, I did not grab the variant cover for that one, so that'll probably be next week. I did grab, this is the variant, but I only grabbed the one cover. This is Daredevil and Echo number 2. Again, I only got this because it has Demogoblin in it. And I think the next issue is going to have Ghost Rider in it, so I had to grab that. All right, so there was a call that came through on my phone, and it kind of messed up, so that's why there's a bit of a jump here. But next one up is Warlock Rebirth, some 90s fun. This is back when, I love seeing indications of when Marvel Comics was about the comics and not about the movies and the TV shows and the stuff that really has nothing to do with the comics. But we got some good old school Marvel Comics action going on here. And speaking of old school Marvel Comics, facsimile time, guys and gals. Amazing Spider-Man number 122. Gwen Stacy's favorite issue. I mean, she really bent over backwards to, you know, be a part of this issue. But again, and real quick, because I did this last week or the week before, we have 3 ways to tell that this is a variant cover, and we should know what they are by now, but in case we have new viewers, I'm going to go through this one more time. The 3 ways to tell that you have a variant cover are, first and foremost, the price. $3.99. This book was not $3.99 originally. That's a modern price. Also, you want to look for the Modern Marvel logo. Let's see if I can get that on here. Right there. Okay. The Modern Marvel logo and the UPC box. Now, back in this day, I don't think they really had much as far. Well, they did have UPCs, but the UPCs back in the day were thicker than this. They were more of a rectangle, more of like a traditional rectangle, like sort of like the way your cell phone is shaped, and it would float in there, so you would see part of the art on the side and on the bottom of it. Modern UPCs are thinner, and on the facsimile edition more than any of the other ones. And the facsimiles, they always will hug the edge. So this one is going to hug the spine and the bottom. If it's over here, it will hug the edge of the book and the bottom. So those are the ways to tell that you have a facsimile edition. So if you were to see this online, and this is a pretty pricey book. So if you saw this on eBay and they were selling it for like $100 and it looked like this, you want to look at the price, the Marvel logo, and the UPC box, because chances are that's what you're actually going to be getting. You don't want to spend more than what you need to. You can go down to your LCS today, right now, and get this for $4 and have a facsimile edition of a classic Marvel story. So that said, that is it. Those are all the books I picked up this week. It's nice to actually have a stack of books. And the cover of the week is going to go to Fables 159, the variant cover, because that is an awesome Big B cover. So there you go. I'm also going to be doing, it'll be on here, but it's going to be on TikTok first as soon as I get it done. And I'll put a link to my TikTok in the description down below. I think I can do that. But at the end of every month, this is the last week of June. Cannot believe it's already the last week of June, but at the end of the last week of each month, I take all the books that I picked up in that month, and I do a quick TikTok video, and I post it there first, and then after a couple of days or so, I'll post it on YouTube, because on TikTok you can use whatever songs they have in their thing there, but if you put the songs on YouTube, sometimes there'll be a copyright thing. It's kind of a mess. I don't know, but I've done it for the last couple of months, and I kind of like the idea of doing that. So you can check it out on TikTok first, but after a couple of days, it will be here on YouTube, my entire stack of June comics and one magazine. But that said, I hope everybody had a great free comic book day. Still on that. I hope everybody had a great new comic book day. And I hope your air quality is better where you're at. I know Chicago, I guess, has the worst air quality in the world right now. Go Chicago. But where our air quality is pretty bad. It's been affecting I've been getting headaches. It's been affecting my sinuses. Got some scratchiness in my throat. And it's kind of annoying. And now that we can't drink the water, it makes it even worse. But hopefully where things are going well where you're at. And again, and as always, thank you so much for all the support. I keep getting new subscribers. That's great. I'm getting more comments, likes. I'm hoping I'm getting more shares. It's been great. I love the support. And I actually need to sort of, you know, turn that around and show some support for other channels. So I'm going to start, I'm going through my YouTube account. My son was using it, so I got a bunch of subscriptions to gaming channels and Minecraft channels and all this stuff. I had no idea what it is. So I set him up with his own account. So he's going to be taking all of his stuff and putting it on his account, so I can start whittling down all the nonsense on my personal account, so I can see it and start following comic book channels specifically, and I can start giving these people a shout out. So hopefully the next week or two I'll be able to do that. But that said, everybody, have a great new comic book day. Have a great weekend, and enjoy the summer. It's going to be school. School will be coming back into session before you even know it. And so enjoy the summer, enjoy some time with your kids, enjoy your comic books, and I will see everybody next week with another stack of new comic books. See you later.